prayer before we start. Pray with me, please. Dear Lord, thank you for this day, and thank you for the beautiful weather you've given us. Thank you for this town. Thank you for the people in this town. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to represent these people in this town. Watch over and guide us as we make decisions, that we would make decisions that be pleasing to you. Watch over us as we live our life. We'd live a life that be pleasing to you. Forgive us our many sins. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Keith. Okay, looks like we're going straight to departmental business. Looks like, Bill, you're first. You on the light, gas, and water.
Mayor Board. Take this down so you can understand me a little bit better. The first two items I have are paying invoices on the wastewater treatment plant. We have pay request number 7 for KJAC Construction in the amount of $1,071,513.30. And then pay request number 12 to Engineering Solutions for their engineering work on the plant, $33,970. These have all been reviewed and verified, and I'd like to get those approved for payment.
All right, now have a motion to approve those first two. Got a motion by Johnny, do I have a second? Second by Will. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Last month we had a contract we'd work with on our Marshall County gas project, and we were trying to get them a last payment. We didn't know exactly what it was. Y'all approved me up to, I think, $7,000. We still haven't worked out the final payment with him, so I think when we get that worked out, I've got to come back and report that back to the board. So no, we've not paid them anything yet. We're still working that out. So to be continued.
Gotcha.
Okay. Item number 4, MDOT contacted us 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're doing a bridge replacement in Benton County. The design had been out there for quite some time, and they initially told us that the bridge was not going to impact any of our facilities up that way. We have a high-pressure gas line that runs adjacent, parallel to the bridge. And apparently the design changed, and once they got up there and pulled the bridge out, they found out that our line needed to be moved. So that we worked with Cook Coggin Engineering. They've gotten with MDOT and determined that, I guess a price to get the line moved, which is, I think, the line work is $97,096. MDOT has agreed to reimburse us that amount, and we've already received quotes. And we've broken the job into pieces, so we're able to quote the job and not advertise it. We know we can get the job constructed for that amount or less, and MDOT has agreed to reimburse us, again, $97,096. There's also an engineering agreement with Cook Coggin Engineers for $20,446.94. That's for survey, inspection, permits, and engineering. And MDOT will reimburse that at 100% as well. We'd like to get permission to enter into those agreements.
And the motion by Kevin Dale, have a second by Keith. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion carried.
Number 5, we had, y'all gave me authority a couple of months ago to advertise for material to do an improvement project in our northwest, or also known as our Butler Street substation. The engineers spec'd that out, and the quotes came in, I guess, last week. The low bid was MD Henry Company from Pelham, Alabama, in the amount of $99,330. Yeah, this is strictly for material. Our crew to do some of the work on the substation, and we have a contract with another group to come in and do other parts of it. This is just for material.
Now, I have a motion to approve. Keith, second by Will. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
A couple of months, y'all also gave me approval to advertise for a company to help us with our right-of-way clearing on our electric system. We've had that advertised, and we opened bids on that earlier today. We had 2 groups that responded. We this time we're bidding by the circuit, and 2 or 3 years ago we bid. We basically had the contract by the hour. That did not work out too good for us. So this time we've gotten lump sum prices for them to come in and clear certain, like the circuits that I guess are most overgrown and in need of clearing the most. The low bid, and this is kind of a funny name. I almost think it's like a yard service or a hair salon. It looks great. Tree Services. They're from Columbia, Mississippi, but they were the low bid at $601,558. And again, our engineers have worked with this group before, and we do have references. They do quality work. The other bid was from W.A. Kendall Company. It was in the amount of $728,223. But we recommend going with the low bid. Looks great, tree services.
You have a motion by Johnny, to have a second? Second by Will. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries.
Our gas department would like to purchase a new skid steer, one that's on state contract. We purchased a used one maybe 7 years ago or so, and it served us fairly well. It's not as dependable as we need for what they have to do. Again, we use it to load and unload pipe at the warehouse, and then we take it out on the job site to clean up yards, when we yards or just any job site. We would like to purchase this new one again through the state contract. It's through Thompson Cat. It is a 289 D3 model, whatever they call it, with an 86-inch bucket. It's in the amount of $69,007.68. And our intent is to let the Park Commission have the skid steer that we currently have in the gas department. I guess I'd like permission to purchase this on the state contract.
Motion by Kevin Dale, I have a second. Second by Will. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
And last month, Rudy Watkins with PATH, the PATH company came and gave a presentation on the street lighting revamp or replacement for the city. I did get a sample RFP. What we have to actually advertise that, and kind of like I guess any type of project that we would be looking to award, we have to advertise it twice in the newspaper. I've gone through the RFP and pretty much have that cleaned up. Reagan and I called. There's a group with the Mississippi Development Authority that they help oversee this process. I guess everything is handled through that department. I guess they got they may be named in the legislation. There's kind of the overseer of the process. I guess is the best way to put it.
They don't oversee it as much as they used to.
Right.
They walk through what they can do.
Yeah, they have a role in it. So I think Reagan and I feel good about the process now and understand that a little better, and hope to get that RFP advertised later this week. So maybe at the next board meeting, we'll have something to talk, more to talk about concerning that. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Community Development, Billie Jean, you got anything?
I don't have anything to add to my report.
All right, thank you. Police Department, Chris, you got some new hire?
Yes.
We'll do that at the end of the meeting. Fire Department.
Mayor, Board, I got just a couple of things. First thing is I'm asking for permission for our promotions into our empty positions. We've got Alan Elder promoting to captain, Justin Howard promoting to lieutenant, and Lee Witt promoting to driver operator. I just ask for your permission to go ahead and do that.
Got a motion by Will, get second by Kevin Dale. Any other question or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
And probably the biggest thing we're going to talk about is, our grant that we got for the health and safety for the cancer prevention. We got it back in August, and we have done a lot of homework, and I even talked Eric into going on a field trip with me, and we went to some other departments and looked at their systems. And we've got 3 companies basically in the nation that do these, and we reached out to all 3 companies and asked them to come see us, and they did come see us, and we talked to everybody that has these systems, with the exception of one. We never could get in touch with anybody on that to see what they thought of their system. And we've got 3 proposals here. We'd like to look at accepting one of them. The 3 proposals, we have a low bid on one of them is $59,800, but we have to turn around with that bid, and we're responsible for making some adaptations to our truck tailpipes and also a brake light sensor that makes the system come on. The thing about that is we would have to take our trucks one by one to Horn Lake, and then they would take care of it, add labor and cost and everything, and bring it back. So the low bid actually is not a complete payout like we wanted. It's a good system, but we just have to do a lot of work in order to make it complete. And we really wanted to be able to just have somebody come in and do our system complete, where when they came in, they started it and finished it, and we didn't have to do a lot of extra work with it. We think that was the way to go, talking to some other departments that had already done this. Our second bid is from a company called Netterman, and their bid was $65,350. Now, the problem with that, though, is they only have a 1-year warranty and on parts only. They do offer a 2-year warranty where they'll come in and do PM work on it, but after that 2 years, it's gone. And then our third company is called Magnolia. They gave us 2 options. The first option was $65,531, and what we did then also, Eric and I got to looking, and they charged us $1,000 cover to make sure that we took to cover all permits. And we knew the permits weren't going to be that expensive, so we had them back that out, and we'd take care of the permits internally. So that bid would be $64,350. 64,531. And the second option is the one we really like, and that bid came in at 70,105. This option actually gives us a better tracking system. The hose hangs from the ceiling, and a couple of them have a couple of droops in them. And everybody we've talked to said that those hoses stretch over time. And so what this does is it all runs on a track on top and has one hose come down. And that's the one we really like. They also have a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on parts and labor. They'll use a local electrician that already knows our system, and also a lot of parts and working mechanisms has a lifetime warranty. So we think that's actually the way to go. Our grant was for $73,000, so this is actually under our grant. And we are able to ask FEMA if they will allow us to use the extra money for some equipment, and they usually do that. So we'll be able to buy some equipment. So what I'm asking is for the Magna Grip, $70,105 bid.
All right, we got a motion by Kevin Dale, do I have a second? Second by Johnny. Any other questions or discussion?
Ask Reagan a question. Since it is higher, is there any issues with that? Or?
The minutes need to reflect why we chose the higher one. And I think he's explained it, so if he'll just tell Frankie word that as an explanation in the minutes, that'll take care of it.
All right. Is that it?
That's all I got.
All right, thank
We
you.
really appreciate all your support and help on this.
Sure.
The guys, I really appreciate it.
Oh, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, Derek, looks like you're next.
I emailed the monthly report. The only other thing I've got is on the food truck ordinance, we need to amend a section of it. Reagan and I have talked about it, and it basically, the way it was written was that they could not keep the food trucks in the city at all overnight. They had to get them out of the entire city. So we come up and Reagan changed it to where they could keep them in the city overnight, but it couldn't be on the place before they had it set up. So we just need to get a vote on that.
In other words, they have to move them every night.
That wasn't that's all we intended to do was leave them in the retail spot overnight.
Okay.
And it was not clearly written enough, so we thought it needed to be clarified. All you have to do tonight, though, is just offer it, not approve it, because it's an amendment, so it'll also have to be approved in 15 days.
All right, do we need a motion to offer it?
Honestly, you don't have to vote to offer it. One alderman just has to offer it in writing, and I'll send you it in writing so you have it.
What about the ones that's already in the city?
They'll have to abide by the rules, by the new ordinance.
Any more questions? All right.
Yeah, we just need one alderman to offer that.
All right. Johnny said he'd offer. Is that all you got?
Yep.
All right, thank you. All right, let's move down to routine business. It's A through E is approval of claims dockets for September 2020, approval of September 1st minutes, approve September 8th minutes, railroad bridge repair and Starling Avenue 30 traffic light. Does anybody want to make a motion to approve that? All right, we got a motion by Johnny to approve the routine business. Do I have a second?
This is all together?
Yeah, we can bust them out. It don't matter to me. We normally, you know, on the routine, we normally do them together, but we can separate them. All right, we're just gonna die for lack of a second, so let's go one by one. Item A is approval, correction of claims docket for September 2020.
So moved.
Got a motion by Will, do I have a second? Second by Keith. Any other question or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Item B is to approve the September 1st, 2020 minutes.
So moved.
Motion by Johnny, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Will. Any other question or discussion? All in favor? Item C is to approve September the 8th minutes.
So moved.
Got a motion by Johnny, do I have a second? Okay. We're going to bring,
There was a correction that the ones that sent out weren't accurate on September the 8th. I spoke to Frankie. With that correction, I'd approve them. Or we can discuss it later.
okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We got September 14 minutes that aren't even prepared yet, so there's no big rush.
Yeah. All right, item D is railroad bridge repair. Snyder Street, I have nothing, no update on that. And Starling Avenue 30 traffic. MDOT has started to pave that section, the addition we added on the turning lane. And I think it's got one layer on it, and they'll put the final list hopefully this week.
Are they going all the way out to Bunchford, or
That's
they
what they
just
said.
stop there?
What they told us originally, they would go out to Mustard. All right, let's go to number 5 on the budget. Action agenda is to approve municipal compliance questionnaire for year 2020. You know, explain that, something we gotta do every year.
Just for the audit.
Audit.
Yeah.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Got a motion by Will and a second by Kevin Dale. Any other question or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, item B is to appoint Kurt Clayton, the District 2 Regional Hazard Mitigation Representative. We do that, I think, every 5 years. So, got a motion by Kevin Dale, I have a second.
Second.
Second by Will. Any other question or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item C is to approve municipal court debt collection list to submit letters to MIC and Department of Revenue for collection of debt due to delinquent fines. And that's where the police department send in delinquent fines to the state. If they get a state tax refund, they take them out of that. A motion by Keith, I have a second.
Second.
Second by Will. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And item D is consider executive session for land purchase. Got a motion by Kevin Dale, do I have a second? Consider executive session.
So we're going to revisit that new hire after.
Yeah, we'll do that after we come out of executive session. Okay, we'll be in the.
You know, I just want the press to know that we're probably gonna discuss some other things that y'all will probably be interested in. So, we'll bring that up to you.
All right, we'll go into executive session. We did approve a purchase of property behind the fire department for them to use for training. It's an acre, more or less, and it was $5,000, so the gentleman's agreed to take that, and that they're gonna use it as part of their training grounds out there. Now we're gonna move to Yeah, fire department too out there. Yeah. Now we're gonna move on routine business. We need a motion to approve September 8th, 2020 minutes. Got a motion by Johnny to have a second. Second by Keith. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, Ben, we're gonna go to your new hire.
Yes, I'd like the board to give me approval to hire Will Dent, position of light gas and water administrative position.
Got a recommendation for Will Denton at Light, Gas and Water. I got a motion by Johnny. Do I have a second? Second by Will. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
Good.
You got that?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And the police department, new hire.
Mr. Mayor, want to try to hire Prentice Brown as SRO for the high school.
All right. What's the will of the board on that? Got a motion by Johnny. Do I have a second? Second. Second by Will. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
Good.
Okay. All right, I think that's all we got.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. If anybody's got any, unless anybody's got anything else, we'll take a motion to consider adjourning. Have a motion.
What did you say at the very beginning about that, about the land?
We decided to purchase land for the fire department behind fire station number 2. The other piece of property out here on the left as you go over the bridge, we're gonna reconsider the MOU and take it up in November because one of the parties couldn't be here tonight. He has court. So in November, we will take that up to reconsider the MOU and discuss that. I've got a motion, Johnny, to adjourn, second Kevin Dale. Any other questions? All in favor?